The university is being called upon to educate previously unimagined numbers of students, to respond to the expanding claims of national service, to merge its activities with industry as never before. Characteristic of this transformation is the growth of the knowledge industry, which is coming to permeate government and business, and to draw into it more and more people raised to higher and higher levels of skill. The production, distribution, and consumption of knowledge is said to account for 29% of gross national product, and knowledge production is growing at about twice the rate of the rest of the economy. What the railroads did for the second half of the last century and the automobile for the first half of this century may be done for the second half of this century by the knowledge industry, and that is to serve as the focal point for national growth.
When we went to college, President Kerr's vision became our reality. The University of California was a knowledge factory, the biggest public university in America. It did research for major corporations, and it ran the government's nuclear weapons labs. Of the 7 campuses, Berkeley was the jewel in the crown, with the most prestigious faculty. Within the sea of students, there was little evidence of political life, but a few of us who were interested in politics found each other and started an organization called Slate. Some radical students had gotten together and to run a slate of candidates in the student elections. And although Slate was not really solely about student elections, the student elections were used as a kind of platform through which we could educate other students and reach them about the various issues that were alive during that time.
Friends wrote me letters of the discussions that were happening in the coffee shops of Berkeley. You know, people were interested in politics there. Something was happening. They had already organized some little dinky, student activist group on campus that was starting to experiment with actually doing things.
I grew up in a small ethnic community in Buffalo, New York. I just knew I couldn't live within its limitations. I had a couple years of college there. I quit school. I hitchhiked around. I ended up in San Francisco. I got married. And then I went back to school, and I came to Berkeley really. I was looking for truth. I was looking for meaning in my life.
One of the most distressing tasks of a university president is to pretend that the protest and outrage of each new generation of undergraduates is really fresh and meaningful. In fact, it is one of the most predictable controversies that we know. The participants go through a ritual of hackneyed complaints, almost as ancient as academe, while believing that what is said is radical and new.